The ride to royalty for Camilla Parker Bowles has been anything but smooth. Camilla was just named Queen Consort by Queen Elizabeth, and if the variety of reactions from royal family members is any indication, the ride isn't letting up anytime soon. What is Queen Consort? So you may be wondering what Queen Consort means. Shouldn't it just be Queen? For us simple Americans, because queenship or kingship can only be passed on through lineage, the title of Queen Consort is given to the wife of a reigning monarch. That would be Charles in this case. Queen Elizabeth's mother, for example, was known as the Queen Mother in her own time because she shared a name with Elizabeth. But no worries, Camilla will likely be known as just Queen Camilla. And to some, she already is. But who is Camilla? A controversial figure in Buckingham Palace and beyond, Camilla is second and current wife of Prince Charles. But despite whatever vitriol she's endured over the years, she is not without her charms. The Queen-to-be is known to be a giggly, delightful presence, which author Kate Moss confirms in an interview with Vanity Fair. I remember standing in the queue for the loo with an incredibly nice woman who had a rather deep and infectious laugh, and we had a bit of a chat. It was the women's locker room moment. As far as what that incredibly nice Queen-to-be thinks of her title change, when asked by the public, Camilla stated, "I feel very, very honored and very touched." A torrid affair. If Camilla is reported to be so lovely, you might wonder why she's so controversial. Well, it just so happens that she was the former mistress of Prince Charles while he was, at the time, married to Princess Diana.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage.
But the pair goes back way further, all the way to 1970 when they first met at a polo match and discovered a mutual interest in polo and the outdoors. The two dated, but Charles then set off to serve in the Royal Navy for 8 months. And by the time he got back, Camilla was engaged and later wed to Andrew Parker Bowles. In 1981, Charles married Diana, but the love between he and Camilla lingered, and they started an affair in 1986. This did not escape Lady Di, however, and the princess was overheard in 1989 by American television reporters confronting Camilla. In Diana's own words during an interview, she says,
"I've got everything you've ever wanted. All the men in the world fall in love with you. You've got 2 beautiful children. What more would you want?" So I said, "I want my husband."
Awkward. Charles and Diana divorced in 1996, and by 1997, Charles is public with his relationship with Camilla. The same year Diana died tragically in a car accident. Again, awkward. Diana. But despite whatever bad blood between the two existed, Diana, as is so appropriate for who she was, eventually found grace for Camilla. Royal experts and longtime personal friend Jenny Bond told OK Magazine that privately Diana had said, "Camilla had been loyal and discreet and deserved some form of recognition." Bond goes on to say, "She said she accepted that Camilla was and always would be the love of Charles' life." We can thus imagine that Di would have been just as supportive in 2022 with the new announcement. Now that's class. Queen Elizabeth. But Princess Di wasn't the only one who had to warm up to Camilla. Queen Elizabeth also had some work to do. In fact, when Camilla and Charles married in 2005, she was refused the title Diana had held, the Princess of Wales, and was instead given the less glamorous title of Duchess of Cornwall. For years, the public and experts alike have wondered just who Camilla would become once the Queen shuffles off her mortal coil. For years, she was expected to be elevated to Princess Consort, a deliberate step down from Queen. But it's obvious that on February 5, 2022, Queen Elizabeth had finally embraced the Duchess, stating publicly that, "When, in the fullness of time, my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support that you have given me. And it is my sincere wish that, when that time comes, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort as she continues her own loyal service." Let bygones be queens, as they say. Harry and Meghan. But not all reception has been warm. Harry and Meghan have remained suspiciously quiet on the matter, abstaining from commenting either way. Brr, is it cold in here, or is it just us? Perhaps we shouldn't be so surprised since H&M decided to resign from their royal duties and instead seek privacy in a $14 million California mansion, including getting off of social media altogether. Well, hopefully they sent a nice card to Camilla anyway. William and Kate. William and Kate, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, had a slightly, and we mean slightly, warmer reception, giving the Queen's announcement on Instagram a thumbs up from their own accounts. We can imagine the news must come with mixed emotions for William, as the prince was known to be especially close with his mother Diana, and to have had a rather rocky relationship with Camilla for years. One inside source revealed to the Daily Mail that there were huge family rows in the early stages of Charles and Camilla's marriage, as everyone found their feet. William didn't have the best relationship with his father back then, but he sees that Camilla had made his father happy, and it is something he has come to terms with. Nonetheless, it seems that William trusts his grandmother's judgment and his father's happiness, and is overall supportive of the title upgrade. Prince Charles. As for Charles, the love of his life is finally gaining acceptance by his family and the whole of England, and that has got to feel good. In an official statement, Charles shouted out his lady love with the following: "As we have sought together to serve and support Her Majesty and the people of our communities, my darling wife has been my own steadfast support throughout. The year of this unprecedented Platinum Jubilee brings an opportunity for us all to come together in celebrating the service of the Queen." However Charles behaved with Diana, it seems that he truly loves Camilla with all of his heart. Princess Anne, sister to Charles, on the other hand, is rumored to be fuming about the news. It is said that the princess and the duchess have often butt heads, going back to the early days of Charles's affair with Camilla. While we don't often hear much directly from Anne, it's safe to say that the princess is more of a behind-the-scenes kind of gal, quietly wielding tons of influence from the wings. According to Penny Juror, a royal biographer, Anne is said to have stated years ago that Camilla will never be a real queen. But since none of this is confirmed, we should take it with a Siberian salt mine-sized grain of salt. But you know, in-law drama seems to be a problem for all people, even royals. Prince Andrew. Camilla seems to not be much of a hit with Charles's siblings, including Prince Andrew. The two are said to have had a tense relationship over the years, a claim that is deepened by the fact that the Duchess did not appear at Andrew's daughter's wedding in 2018. But that's likely not the reason he's been quiet on congratulating Camilla. Prince Andrew is currently facing trial over some very serious allegations. The news broke on Saturday, February 5th, the day the Queen made her announcement about Camilla, leaving spectators to wonder, was the announcement just a distraction from Andrew? Tom Parker Bowles. And what of Camilla's flesh and blood, her son, Tom Parker Bowles? Tom has yet to put out a statement, but we can imagine that he is as surprised as we are. In 2001, Tom sat down with The Times and stated, "I honestly don't know if Mum will be called Queen. That hasn't been decided." Oddly enough, Prince Charles is Tom's godfather. In the time that Camilla and Charles were separated and married to others, they remained good friends, and Camilla gave her first love the honor of being her son's godfather. We can imagine the feelings must be a little complicated for Tom, to say the least. Andrew Parker Bowles. As far as ex-husband Andrew Parker Bowles is concerned, no official statement has yet been documented, but it seems reasonable to not expect one soon, as he is Camilla's ex-husband. A longtime friend to the royal family, Andrew served as a page in Queen Elizabeth's coronation in 1953 and is still seen at royal events from time to time. However, the military man is said to keep a deliberately low profile, and rarely, if ever, do we hear from him. But that doesn't keep Andrew out of some juicy gossip. Andrew is also rumored to have been romantically involved with Princess Anne at one time, a storyline further developed in The Crown. Seems like Andrew is well moved on. England. But perhaps no reaction is more important than that of the people of England, which is undoubtedly mixed. Camilla is still blamed by many Brits for the divorce of Charles and Diana. Being an ex-mistress and divorcee, she is also seen by some to be unfit for the title of queen. Others see her too plagued by scandal to respectfully represent the royal institution. But Camilla has her fans too, and lucky for the queen-to-be, they've been just as vocal in their support. Queen Camilla was always going to happen. She is a good royal who does good work. She deserves her proper title when the time comes, as one fan tweeted. One thing's for certain though, it seems like Camilla will remain a controversial figure long after the crown gets put on her head. But nonetheless, we wish Camilla and the rest of the royal family many well wishes on this new chapter. But we also want to hear from you. Do you think Camilla should be queen? Comment below and hit the subscribe button for more fun videos and news from the Things Celebrity.